We're going to talk about the basics of, well, I'm going to talk about motivation and what stops us from our healing. Why are we stuck? I want to talk about that. And I'm going to take Q&As today. So consider this a hot seat. If you have questions and you want me, not just questions, if you want a game plan, you don't know where to start, I'm going to coach you today. So you can start by raising your hand. You can press the hand button. We'll get to that in a bit. So this is your chance. If you felt stuck, you don't know where to start, are you trying the challenge? I just posted about a challenge yesterday. I spoke on it. 2 days of all raw, lemon water, smoothies, fruit. That's where we're at, right? So if you have questions regarding what you can do better, your healing journey, what's going on, if you don't want to get too personal, you can, you don't need to, but it's your time right now. Today is the opportunity. Our last day for this challenge is on Tuesday. All right, let me just make sure. Yeah, Tuesday will conclude 21 days. So pretty fun, right? How we've done this. We've kept it going, kept it alive. I've had guests on. I have one guest tomorrow, and then I have another guest, 2 more guests for this week, maybe three. But today, it's all about you. It's all about you. Let me get situated here. It's all about you. So I want you to bring your A game. Don't be scared. Let's figure it out. Where are you at? I'm going to coach you. I'll give you a direct plan where to start today. Why have you been stuck? What's going on? All right. And so you as well here on YouTube, if you have a question for me, and on Instagram. All right. So this is your time. I'm going to nail it in for you, tell you exactly what's going on, where you can start, why you've been stuck, simple changes you can make. I'm going to coach you today. Get in the hot seat if you want to do that. I suggest you do. It's about making decisions. If it's on your mind, you have something you want to talk to me about, I'm here for you. Take advantage of this. I'm going to give you this today. I want to help. I want to support you, and I want to get you unstuck. So we will start that by raising your hand where it says here, chat. Let's see. Thank you, Patricia. Hi, Judy. Hey, Marcia. All right. So let's see here. Where it says react, there's a react button. All you do is press the raise your hand. And when you press that, you're on. And I'm going to give you a game plan, where to start, what you can do. So today we're going to start with, we're going to be about 30 minutes here. I have a really special surprise at the end. You don't want to miss it. Let's start the day with gratitude. All right. So today is Tuesday. How does success happen in our wellness? What's the first thing? Gratitude. Because no matter what's going on around us, we have something to be grateful for. We can take a walk outside. Last night, I was feeling a little, I wanted to get motivated. So being indecisive isn't going to help us. So I said, it crossed my mind, go outside at 7 o'clock, take a walk, get the anxiety out. So I went out for a walk. I got my shoes on and I went for it. I made a choice. What keeps us stuck? Indecisiveness keeps us stuck. And I want to talk about this today. This is a big one. We're going to overcome some obstacles, and I'm here to get you unstuck today. Okay? So let's do it. What keeps us in a state of like you feel like you're paralyzed? You know what you need to do, but you're not doing it. Okay, so we're stuck. The doctor told you your blood pressure's up. Your arteries aren't looking good. Cholesterol is high. Diabetes. Why are we doing this to ourselves? There is absolutely no need for any of this nonsense. This is the most simple symptom to relief. So why aren't we making the changes? Well, we feel paralyzed. Sorry if my writing isn't correct. I don't think that's how you spell that, but Okay, my spelling. Okay, so we feel paralyzed. We know that the meat, the dairy, the cooked oils, fried food, that's a cause. Why do we continue? If that's you, bloating, you're sick and tired of being tired, it's this. Meat, you cannot have cholesterol on a vegan diet. I'll repeat that. Cholesterol does not exist on a vegan diet. So if we're having artery issues, cholesterol issues, we must get off the meat and the dairy and the cheese as of right now. Another thing, family and friends, society keeps us stuck. We know we're being doubted, that they're doubting this. We want to try something new. We want to go on a juice cleanse. We want to get on more smoothies. But why can't we? Because everyone around us is doubting us. Because everyone around us is doubting us. So we're not getting support from the people closest to us. I have compassion for you. I get it. So how do we get unstuck here? What else is something very common? You know what you need to do. You know you can change your life, because I remember, you can think back, I used to weigh this much. I used to have so much energy. I know all about raw foods, Janet. I've been vegetarian. I know it's there. You got it. You got it in you. You know it's there. That's where we start. What did I start the day off? Gratitude. Let's change the mindset. Where are you now? Let's not stay in doubt. Let's not stay in lack. Let's not stay in scarcity. Let's not stay in the mindset of I have nothing. I don't have. I feel so stuck. I'm frustrated. We're gonna get out of that, and we're gonna think gratitude. First of all, I've showed up for the wellness challenge, gut health, for 21 days. So what is it today? Day 14. That's where you start. I'm showing up to Janet's calls. That's where I start. I started reading this new raw food book. I started reading about detox. I started walking. I started smoothies. I started juicing. That's where we start. So we're stuck. We feel paralyzed. And we have these thoughts of doubt. You're pissed off because you're stuck. It's not so simple to say, well, get out of that. But I'll tell you that when we're in the mindset of, well, my family and friends don't understand me, I have no support, they think this is crazy, or your own thoughts of you did one thing wrong. It doesn't matter if you did one thing wrong or right, or wrong or right. It's about starting right now. So I will say, when we're in gratitude, things change. So what do I recommend? First thought, what do we have? For example, I had a conversation with a client, sending love to you, okay? But when we are pissed off because my spouse has no support for me, or I did this wrong, I'm frustrated, but I have this shit. Now where do I start? You know what I said? Hey, it's okay. Guess what you did right? Guess what you did right? You're juicing. You're aware that change is necessary. You're aware that change is a must. Can we start focusing on what we're doing right? Can we start focusing on what you're doing right? That's where we start. So how do we fix this? Number one, what do we have? So what do we have? You're here, you're present, you're learning, you're open. You have your health and wellness. You can walk outside, you can get some fresh sunshine, and you can start, guess what? You can start today. You can start right now. Throw everything out the window, throw all the disappointments, throw all the stuff that didn't work, It goes out the window today. Right now is a new day. Right now, right here, we have a new chance to start all over. So who cares if it didn't work in the past? I've made mistakes. I still fuck up and I get back on. Excuse my language. Excuse my language. I'm doing my best though. But when you're hard on yourself, that negativity will get you stuck. Did you know that the emotion of anger and frustration, pessimism, beating up on yourself, that is worse than having ice cream, Reese's Pieces, and I'll even say it McDonald's. You heard me right. We need to understand that our emotions of being hard on ourselves is why we're stuck. It's why we're sick. So if it took me 3 years, 130 days on only juice, I healed myself. Do you think it was perfect? No, it's been a path of ups and downs. It took me 3 years to now be like, it's my thoughts, it's my emotions that are going to make me more sick. So I'm going to have a curry. If I'm going to have that curry, it's going to be awesome. It's been 3 years. I've been able to get to the point where I cleanse every year. I cleanse every year. I love where I'm at. So the thought of me resisting what I want is going to make me sick to my grave. But when I relax into it and I'm going to enjoy it, and it's going to be no shame, that's going to heal me. But when we're in, well, I can't do this, I can't do that, that is not freedom. Do I say we need to cleanse? Let's cleanse. We're stuck. We're also stuck because there's no plan. Have a plan. Have a plan. You'll get unstuck. What's the plan? You're showing up here every day. That's where we start. Get out there. I'm not the only one teaching this. What resonates with you? That's where we start. So you're learning. These are the positivity. This is the positivity we're going to focus on. Because that anger is not going to get us there. You're feeling pissed off because you're not perfect. If we try to be perfect, none of this works. You do your best every moment and highlight the wins. Highlight, what are my wins? I've cleansed 130 days. I've cleansed 40 days, 60 days. I detox. I have discipline. I know that if I'm ready to juice fast again, I have discipline. I love my life. I'm going to live. And now I make better choices because of these cleanses. When you start cleansing, don't worry about, but what about my red meat and my cravings and this and the breads and the turkey? Who cares? You're going to have a different approach now. When you clean your body, you see that turkey sandwich differently. Because guess what? You're going to want a bed of greens with it. You're going to have your fruit in the morning. You're going to have a green juice. It's not the same choices you made where it was only the turkey sandwich and it was only that hot soup. Now, you're having the fresh green juice. You're having that smoothie. You're having the blueberries. So if you have what you're going to have, you had the love for the day. You had your life force. It's not going the same. You'll never be the same. Once you make a transformation and you make that shift, whatever I can have a curry, but I had my green juice. I had my lemon water. I had my blueberries. I cleansed 60 days. I cleansed 40 days this year. Do you see where I'm going? It's like, you just have to, we're not going to go back to where it was. You make a cleanse, you make a shift, and you get better and you improve. Where I'm going is we get better and we improve and we improve. And you're proud of yourself for all the steps. And you're proud of yourself for all the steps. Because, for example, a call I had yesterday, and this is why I'm glad he's with me. Because I said, but look what you have done. Let's start all over. And we're all going to get there. What have you done? You're juicing every day. I said, if you're going to go back to that, hey, can you still have 2 juices a day? And let's finish this. But this, and I didn't have that. It doesn't matter. You're a lot better than where you were. You got off the meds. You got off the meds. And you got one more to go, but you got off the meds. Why are we hard on ourselves? You got off the meds that was destroying the organs. You got off the meds. It didn't have to be one way of just this way. You're going to still cleanse. You're going to bring in the minerals, and we're going to do it this way. Be proud of yourself because what you did now, you weren't this person at this point. So how do we get unstuck? Focus on your wins. Focus on your wins Be open, keep learning, focus on your wins. Focus on your wins. What's the plan? Have a plan. What do I recommend? What do I recommend in my plan? I'll tell you. My plan is to cleanse, detox, renew. Your body builds. The body heals. Then what, Janet? Then what? Cool. You gave yourself a nice cleanse. We'll go from there. Take it day by day. Take it day by day. We break a fast. We get back in transition. You have better habits. Let's keep these better habits. Let's keep these habits that are working. Now we're not cleansing. We're not in that healing, treatment, cleansing mode. But what are we going to do now that we're going to get into our lifestyle that you're going to choose? Let's bring in still. Let's keep juicing for the rest of our lives. Invest in a juicer. Get a juicer. Green juice it every day. Well, I can't every day. Green juice 3 times a week. You can do that. Have a smoothie replacement here and there. That's the change that we make when we transition from our cleanse and we detox. Well, what's the cleanse? 40-day juice fast. I will always stay true to that. Well, if you're not there, juicing, smoothies, fruit. If you're preparing, you're going to get to the juice fast, smoothies, fruit. No, I wouldn't do meals right now because we're going to get ready for the cleanse. So somebody would say, well, what after? What kind of life do I expect after I cleanse? What happens after I cleanse and I detox and I renew and my body heals? Well, now it's a lifetime of just making better choices. The good news is once you clean out your gut and you clean out the filth, and you cleanse parasites and eggs come out of your body, you're going to see them, and plaque and really smelly things that come out. When that leaves your body, you don't have the cravings that you used to. It's called science. When you remove pathogens that were craving these foods that were very acidic, and you create a microbiome environment that is more alkaline, you will not have the same cravings. You can't have the same cravings because you've just cleansed your microbiome. Do you understand, right? That makes sense. So that's the solution. What about my cravings? I'm going to say it again. You won't have those cravings. Y'all, I'm still taking hot seat. If you guys want to raise your hand, go in the chat box, put the hand up. I'm going to give you your streamlined diagnosis, your prescription of where you're at if you're feeling stuck or unstuck. Our last day here is on the 21st. So if you want me to give you a game plan right now, what you can do today, we have a 2-day challenge going on right now. All raw. We start off with lemon juice. Who's doing it? Who's doing the challenge? Lemon juice, smoothie, juice, green juice, smoothies. That's it for 2 days. And no dinner. We're not having a dinner after 6 o'clock. 4 hours before bed, no dinner. And if you want to eat something, have some cucumber water. If you feel hungry, have some cucumber water. Trust me, you're going to be fine. When the body is in a fasting mode, it heals. So this time you're going to have more energy in the morning because you're not going to feel sluggish. When we go to bed full, we wake up like we can't get out of bed. Well, you can't get out of bed. You went to bed with a full digestion system. Your digestion is still working at it, right? So all right, let's see here. I'm going to pin here. So this is what I recommend. I have a challenge, 2 days. Lemon water, green juice, smoothies. What's in the smoothie? Well, I've given you awesome recipes. Fill it with romaine lettuce, a little bit of spinach, fill it with romaine lettuce. Fill it to the top. Mixed greens, a whole thing of mixed greens. Coconut water, banana, blueberries, fine. That's it. You can have some fruit. Juicy watermelon. No dinner after 6. Keep it raw. Just a 2-day. Keep it raw. Nothing after 6 p.m. Start off with lemon water, a little bit of aluminum-free baking soda, just a little bit of baking soda, and have a green juice after, freshly made. Does anybody have questions on that? That's what that is, all right? So we're going to do, that's for 2 days, the challenge I gave you. Do you guys have questions? This is your time. Raise your hand. All right, Patricia, you're going to go on the hot seat. Patricia's going on the hot seat. If anyone wants the hot seat, raise your hand. I'm going to dial in your game plan. Where are you stuck? Why are you stuck? Let's get things going. Let's get it moving. Let's get it going. We're unstuck because we're paralyzed. Let's get unparalyzed right now. That little voice that's nervous, to raise your hand. Break through, baby. Break through that voice. Your healing is on the other side. We have to get out of our own way. We've been paralyzed for too long because we are in stuck mode. Who's healing right now that I'm helping, or people that are healing? What happened? They got out of their way and they went for it. And they're healing and it's happening and their life is changing. Right? So get unparalyzed. That voice, if you continue to listen to that voice that keeps you stuck, we're stuck. We're stuck. All right? So, Patricia put her hand down. Okay, you're good, Patricia? Patricia don't want to be in the hot seat. Okay, here we go. Let's go. All right, you can unmute, Patricia. How you doing? Yes, so right now, Patricia, what I recommend, I'm doing a 2-day challenge. If someone's feeling bloated, if someone wants a gut reset, what can we do? So I said, let's start the day with lemon water, half a teaspoon of baking soda. Let's get alkaline. Now, is that for every single one? Maybe some person, just in case you're out there, you may not need the baking soda. Majority of people, we're acidic. I still do it. It keeps me going. Like, it keeps me alkaline. It keeps things moving. So I do a little bit of baking soda, not a lot, with lemon water. You can just do lemon water. You can always message me if it's right for you. Get on the hot seat right now and ask me. So yeah, lemon water. We can start off a fresh green juice after. Okay, why? We just mineralized, we hydrated, we gave ourselves so many minerals, electrolytes, and those dark chlorophyll, the oxygen from the chlorophyll in the greens. So, and all greens have natural proteins in it too, healthy fats. So you can juice from chard, you can juice cucumber, celery. It's not in our protocol, Patricia, but you can always, if you have chard, is fantastic to juice. The darker the greens, the darker the chlorophyll, very healing, high, rich in minerals. And you can do a smoothie. So the smoothie, I said, fill it with blueberries, organic berries, raspberries, blueberries, blackberries. I love wild blueberries. Fill it to the top with romaine lettuce. You can add some spinach to that, or just a little spinach and heavy. Romaine lettuce is easier to digest, but leafy spinach is fine as well. And lemon, add lemon to that. Add a lemon to that smoothie. Water or coconut water, and you can blend that up. Banana, add a banana. So you can have meal replacements, and if you want to have a little fruit before the smoothie, you can have some watermelon. We're not having dinner. Here's the key. Less is more. Less is more. So if you're not hungry, don't eat everything I gave you. Don't have the watermelon. I would just, if you're feeling hungry, I'd rather you have some watermelon than dive into nuts and seeds, avocado fats right now. We're doing a 2-day challenge. I'm giving you guys a 2-day challenge. What's going to happen? We're going to end the meal at 4 hours before bed. If you can do 5 hours, let's do 5 hours before bed. Go to bed, read a book. I'm hungry, get into the cucumber water. So that's what we can do. But Patricia, you got your juicer going? It's coming, right? Sorry, my light, I had a light ready to go. Okay. Yeah, you can juice the chard. It's alkaline. It's very alkaline. So It also kills parasites on contact, on contact. So critters, parasites, which we all have. Again, I don't want to prescribe somebody for everybody's. If you need to have personal questions, you can talk to me. It kills parasites on contact. Yeah, it just a half a teaspoon. You're welcome. All right. All right. You good? All right. All right. All right, guys. So I'll see you later today on the call. All right. So here's where we're at right now. What I want to teach you here, very important before we get to the end here, is healing. Healing isn't a one-time, thank you, ma'am, I'm going to do a short little cleanse and it's over. That's the beginning. Congratulations if you have the discipline to go on a cleanse. That's big. That's a huge accomplishment when you have the discipline to go on a cleanse, right? So congratulations, but what happens after? It's taken me 3 years to just be confident. What do? I cleanse every year. I'm relaxed. What keeps me at ease and at peace? I have the discipline. I know it. I can cleanse. I can focus to get in there and do the work. 3 years later, I'm more relaxed. I make better choices with my food. When you cleanse enough, you don't have those pathogens that are craving these nasty foods that cause cancer and disease. So that's what we do. We take it easy. You're starting. It's better to be grateful for what you've done. Focus on the positive. What have you done? Where are your wins? Because that's what your body's going to feel. Because when you're hard on yourself and you have pressure on yourself and you say negative things about yourself and you curse it, like you're pissed all the time, right? Well, that's not healing. And actually, that's why we're stuck. So what is healing to me? When we can relax with our choices, when we don't have shame, when we can just be okay. If we didn't do it perfect, we're going to do it better today. That's where the healing is, where I can have a curry and know that that's probably going to be once every 2 months. I'm going to enjoy it and I like it. Maybe not. Maybe I'll have another one. But you see where I'm at, where before it was like, I can't do this and I can't do that and I can't. Well, that was why I was sick. So we got to let that go. Number one, get unstuck today. Be proud of yourself for where you're at. Be proud of yourself for your accomplishments. For showing up here every day, for taking notes, for doing the challenge. If you do the challenge for these 2 days, you will feel better. I guarantee. You gave your why? Because you gave your gut a break. Now, what happens after? What happens after? We rebuild. Once we cleanse protein, nuts and seeds, avocado fat, this is love. This is great. You know, I feel supported with more protein. What's your constitution? Do you need less protein? So don't compare yourself with everyone else. I love protein. I like fats. So that makes me feel like healthy and strong. Where's your constitution? So everyone's different, but once we cleanse, we can rebuild. And I believe that, do I believe that fruit should be the majority of our food? I don't think that it should be all of our food. I don't think it's enough fat. I don't think if it's enough, it'll satiate you. But fruit should be the majority while you're bringing in other fats and proteins. I hope that makes sense, because fruit is loving, it has electrolytes. So yes, fruit up, you know, all of it, all day fruit. But my point is, don't miss out on the healthy fats. Don't miss out on the proteins, nuts and seeds. Avocados, coconut, hemp seeds, chia, flax, Brazilian nuts, almonds. This is all love. This is what we want. We need that. We need to feel good. Am I generalizing? Again, it's always going to be case by case. But fruit, do I believe we're fruitarians? Yeah, I think that's the safest for us, the cleansing, the most nutritious as far as hydration, the water that we get, the sunlight energy. Absolutely. It brings us to life. But only fruit? No. Something's lacking there, the fats and the proteins, right? But, you know, you're going to have to find what feels right for you. I'm telling you, as a coach, when I talk to people, I can see where they're at. There's a time where all you should have is fruit, if you're cleansing, or all you should have is the green juice. But when someone calls me and says, hey, like, Is it going to be green juice forever? No, it's a moment of cleansing. It's a moment of healing. And when we shift out of that, we go back into better habits. What do you enjoy the most? All right. Well, you may have a different relationship now after a cleanse. I think you're going to have different cravings. Let's not get there. Let's not get 10 steps ahead. Start here and know that you don't have to cut out this and this is going to leave your life. No. But at the moment when you need to get down to business and we are not well and we need to fix this before it gets worse, before we can't walk anymore, before that heart attack is around the corner, we can't afford to get there. So right now we do the work, we cleanse, we detox, heal the arthritis. That arthritis will get worse if we don't nip it in the bud. Change our diet. Let's go on a cleanse. Then when we're done and life has changed and you see the awakening, and when you see that, then you can start, then you can start into the meal planning that you see for yourself. You're going to make better choices, but don't get ahead of yourself. There's nothing to worry about. We're paralyzed because we're scared of change. It's going to change. I'm going to go on this cleanse. And what is freedom is at the other side. Freedom. When we're scared and we feel paralyzed, that's a sign something's happening. There's something on the other side. And that fear is not godly. That fear is from the devil. That fear is from the devil. And there is God and there is the devil. There are two. Pick what, that this is the reality, that the world that we live in. As above, so below. So when you're in fear to make a change, to go on that cleanse, life's going to change, or opportunities in life that you're scared of, you should make a risk to take this new business avenue, this business adventure, or you got to go on that cleanse. But what if my friends won't understand? There's fear. I'm in a detox. What does that mean? That fear is just telling you there's something better and exciting. There's something exciting, and that's freedom. But the devil, the darkness, those forces that are dark will keep you paralyzed, will keep you stuck. Right? So when we let go of the fear and we start something different, you just open the opportunity for a better life. No more getting off your medications that are killing organs. That's what we need to get off of. These meds, man, I'm telling you. We can get, and that's very possible. That's the number one thing that happens when we cleanse our body. We're not just cleansing, we're bringing in nutrition, we're bringing in minerals. Finally, your body's getting life. So that's what I wanted to talk about today, is we got to get out of our own way. We're feeling paralyzed. When we're stuck and we feel worried and afraid, that's a sign that there's freedom beyond that. There is freedom beyond that. And you need to get over that. How do we get over that? Make a choice. And what keeps us stuck? Indecisiveness. Gosh, I can't spell indecisiveness. I butchered it. Indecisiveness. 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 And I'm going to say something about indecisiveness. That is not from the Bible. Indecisiveness. That is not of God, what I meant to say. You make a choice. Have courage. You're stuck. You'll stay stuck. There's no flow. Just like I went out on a walk late last night to get out, 30 minutes to get out. I needed to move my body. When we're stuck, we stay in paralyzed mode. Make a choice. Make a decision. Go on the challenge. I just gave you all a challenge. Lemon water, a fresh green juice. Well, I don't have a juicer. Get a juicer, put it on your credit card. Which juicer, Janet? Well, there's the Kuvings juicer. There's the Tri-Best that I really love. Haram juicer, Omega juicer. You can message me. You can email me about the juicers. I gave you 4 names, and you can even call them. You call them directly. They will walk you through what juicer is best for you. Put it on your credit card. Patricia just put it on her credit card. Marsha just got a juicer. That's the beginning. We start juicing. Get in those minerals. Get in the minerals. Start cleansing. Get God's medicine, because this juice speaks to you. This juice speaks to you. It's from heaven. These are the minerals. This is Earth's medicine. This is godly food. This is godly food. When you start drinking that green juice, your life changes. Get your juicer, put it on the card. I don't care what it takes. Go get the money. Mom, I need a juicer. Brother, can you get me a juicer? Make it happen. This is your life. We save our lives. How? Let's start with our body. Let's start with our physique and our faith. We can do it. We get unparalyzed. Let's start cleansing the parasites from the body. Let's start cleansing the fecal matter that is giving us anxiety, that is giving us rosacea and infections and yeast infections and hemorrhoids. These are parasites. Oh, Janet, it's the third week. When I use the restroom, my bum is burning. Well, the parasites poop and pee in your body. So you're just feeling the acidity, the pee that they excrete in your body, and you're going to feel that burn. Oh, you don't think these creatures defecate in your body? How many people tell me that they're burning, their bum is burning on the third week? Everyone. It's very normal. Parasites pee and poop in your body. So on the third week, when you're detoxing the parasites, hallelujah, hallelujah, praise God that you're saving your life to get these demons out of the body. What happens? You're going to feel the burn. They're leaving, and their shit is leaving, and their pee is removing from your body. I just got hemorrhoids. Did you have hemorrhoids all your life? Yes, I have hemorrhoids. Well, it's leaving your body. Janet, I'm having breakouts of yeast infection. Have you had yeast infections in the past? Your yeast infection is leaving your body. Janet, my back hurts. Third week, my back hurts. Has your back hurt? Do you have pain? Yeah. Your body is regulating. It's healing itself. We'll give it a second. It's fixing itself. This is what happens when you juice fast. I'll always say, what's my number one go-to? I'm a professional and expert at what? Juice fasting and cleansing the body. Now people say, well, I don't want to do a juice fast. Then I'm going to help you with another fast that you can do. I'm going to work with you. But it's not a juice fast. It's not perfect. Oh, you still need to cleanse. If you don't want to do juicing, you don't have a juicer, what I'm going to tell you to do, getting on that juice, like I just said, lemon juice, lemon water with smoothies and some fruit and some green salads if we need to, is way better than what you're doing right now. But let's make it simple. That's why I say smoothies and juice. Because when you have too many options of what I'm going to eat, what I'm going to eat, what I'm going to eat, you start going to the Dorito bag and the Pepsi Cola. That's why I have a system. And that's why my method works. I'm not going to let you have those options, right? So we simplify it. We simplify it. You're going to have satisfaction. You won't go hungry. You're going to eat. You're going to drink. It's going to be great. But it's a system that's focused on raw foods that are delicious, a smoothie that's delicious, and you feel so good after, like, that was so yummy. Yeah, and you're cleansing too. And you're cleansing too. And at the same time, we're cleansing. So I just hope that was helpful. I hope that was helpful, that cleansing is a process. It's ups and downs. It's very normal to detox parasites and eggs. I have pictures of clients showing me the eggs that come out. I said, those are jelly eggs. I had that too. And it's, for her, it happened about 3 weeks. That's normal. Why? How long do you think it's going to take for us to get in the small intestine? Where do you think most of the filth is? Where do you think parasites want to live? Where there's the most filth. Where's there the most filth? Deep, deep, deep in that colon, in the small intestine, where it's dark, it's warm, it's acidic. And that's why it takes, I say, my protocol is 40-day juice fast. But what happens after a 40-day juice fast? You have a new life. Medications, see you later. Cholesterol, kick to the door. Blood pressure, kick to the door. Well, what do you have to do? You just drink your juice. And it's simple because you don't have 10,000 options, 10,000 options of food. No, it's just juice. You don't have to worry. Again, that's what I recommend is the juice. But if you have other, you want to just do one juice, you want to take it easy. I do that for half of the people I work with. We start off with one juice and they work their way with a smoothie and lemon water. And then for dinner, a salad. And then that salad starts going away. And then it's just the lemon water the juice and the smoothie. And then that smoothie goes away little by little. Maybe just one smoothie and now it's just juice. That works the best. That's the most direct. Was this helpful? I think I talked over everything here. So I wanted it, let's go over. When we're paralyzed, we're indecisive, indecisive, indecisive. That is of the devil. We make a decision in life. Make a decision. Make a choice and stand by it. Just like Jesus made a choice and he stood by it. Who is my hero? Jesus is my hero. He has the most courage. So when I need courage, I look at Jesus, what he did for us and his sacrifice. And he's my hero. And I want to make him proud. So I make choices. Last night I said, I should walk outside. I should walk outside. Janet, make a choice. I walked outside. What happened? Whew, I needed that. I needed that. Why are you paralyzed? Well, my husband doesn't believe in it. I don't, but you do. Have the courage that Jesus had. Make a decision. Say, I honor my family. I love you all, but I'm doing this for myself and my life. Make a decision. So if we can leave today with one thing, if you're feeling paralyzed, make a choice, make a decision. Whether what happens was not the outcome or was the outcome, you made a choice. And that the fact that you made a choice is bigger than staying stuck and not making a choice. Make a choice, make a decision. All right, friends? So I'm going to sign off on Instagram. I'm still here on Zoom. I have something for you all here on my Zoom call. Much love. Amen. All right. Thanks, Trev. Much love here on Instagram. I'm going to save this here. And if you want to work with me, email me, direct message me, and now, and save. Share as a reel. Bye, YouTube. Much love. You can always message me if you want to go on a juice fast. Love you. All right, ending this. All right, so I'm going to see what's going on here in the message. How are we doing, friends? Happy Tuesday morning. All right, let's see here. I have something right now for us. Oh, I love you all. All right, let's talk about what I got going. This will be, let's see. All right. Let me see here. Done here. I have something special for you all. This is going to run through a couple days. I'll have this open, okay, for 2 days. Because I have an offer right now for one-on-one. I just created a group offering. This is a group offering. So we have the famous Awaken. This is why, because the healing happens quick. The healing happens quick. So Awaken the Healing. This is really fun and exciting. I listen to you guys, what you want. Awaken the Healing Transformation. So Awaken the Healing Transformation. And what I'm going to do normally, this is a 3-month course one-on-one that I have. It's a 3-month course that I have. Right now I have a 6-month course as well. That's private, right? 6 months. But what I'm going to do here is we're going to do 3 months. Check this out. I'll have this for a couple days. Take a few people in. Let me know if you're interested. And Awaken the Healing Transformation 3 months. So normally I have this for $3K. Here's what I got for you. So 3 months is going to help you very much. 3 months is enough to get on board. 3 months is enough to make a shift. 40 days, I was doing that. I no longer have a 40-day coaching program. What happens? We finish the fast, we finish a cleanse, and then they leave, and it worries me. So you're going to stay with me for 3 months. So when you break your fast or you get off the cleanse, I have the special one that's dedicated to you. You're still with me to make sure that this sticks. You're not going to make the choices that you're not sure of. You feel lost. You're with me for the next 3 months. Don't worry, because people feel anxiety when they leave me after 40 days. I'm not ever having that anymore. It doesn't work. So now I have a 3-month minimum. So 3 months, and you have a once a week, 1 day, weekly coaching. So this is through Zoom on Tuesdays. So once a day, once a week, coaching Zoom. I zoom in on you. You have your game plan every week for 3 months. What else? Daily support as well. Oh, Janet, but I'm going to need you off of this. Yes, daily support on WhatsApp. You better use that WhatsApp every day with me. I'm with you. No matter what, you want to leave me voice notes, you can message me voice notes. And Facebook. So you'll have coaching daily on a Facebook private membership. So daily WhatsApp, well, I'm still coaching you daily. And on Facebook, you can pick one. It's a private membership. But once a week we meet, and then you have that. And as a bonus today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw in, as a bonus today, I'm going to throw in, this is for you. You know who I'm talking about. You're calling me, emailing me. I want to work with you, Janet. I don't know, 6 months, 40 days. This is exactly for you. It's going to help you. So bonus, as soon as you jump in with me, 90-minute blueprint, right? To your needs. So we're going to do a rundown of the 3 months where I see you. Month 1, month 2, month 3, a game plan specific for you. Also, another bonus is 1 year in the membership. So you're on with me for 1 year. 1 year support in a private membership. Okay? And the biggest bonus that I just made up in my mind, I said, this is great. What do I get the most when I'm coaching? People breaking down. If they're like, Janet, what do I do with this? I need emotional support. I need emotional support. I'm giving you 3 sessions of emotional support. It's only emotional support. It's not dead. We can talk about your juicing, sure, but it's emotional support to remind you why you're doing this, to get you through that anxiety, to get you through your paralyzation. You'll have 3 emergency sessions. Emotions for your emotions. Okay, you'll have 3 of those. So what's the price for this? $1,500. I know, what a deal. $1,500. $1,500. I'll take the first 5 people. So this is 3 months. Once a week we meet on Zoom. I see your face. I dial in. Every day you have support on WhatsApp with me or email, also email, or Facebook private membership. And you get 3 bonus, the 3 emotional emergency support. If you just want to talk, maybe it's not an emergency. You just need to talk about something. You have something's up. You can call me, 3 emergency sessions, or voice message me or call me, either one. And then you get the, I'm going to put this down right now. So if you want this, I'm taking 5 people. This will end, this one here will end in 2 days. So, okay, so it'll end, today is Tuesday. You'll have by Thursday. This one, 5 people. Just message me and it's yours. So the bonuses were, bonus again, what I had for 3K at $1,500. Half off. That's half off. And then you get the 90-minute blueprint to dial in. 90-minute blueprint. I go month by month. We talk before we start. I zoom in, or you can use it at any point, the 90-minute. And 3 sessions of emotional support. But I want to tell you that you're going to be so happy you did this. You're going to feel so good. You're going to be so grateful you did this. The emotional support call is you just expressing your joy, expressing the freedom and the joy of your new life. Yes, I guarantee, I guarantee, I guarantee. Only good happens when we cleanse and we mineralize. Only good happens. Only good happens. All right, so I'm going to post this here right now. Here is the hot bonus, 2 days. It's only up for 2 days. I'll take 5 people. That's at $1,500. If you say, well, Janet, that's great. I have a question though. I have a question. Okay, you can also book, just talk to me. You're not sure you have questions about this? Just talk to me. I'll give you here the link, and I'll put that here. Call me, talk to me. I'll take 5 people by Thursday, and then this won't happen again. I never do offers the same. They're always different. But this one's hot. Get it while it's hot. Just like my offer I had for 4 months at half off, I won't ever have that again. I will never have this again. So if you're paralyzed, I'm getting you unparalyzed right now. I'm getting you unparalyzed right now. I'm getting you unparalyzed right now. You can't say no to this. I'm holding your hand. I'm executing. I'm there for your emotional support. Right? And I gave you these hot bonuses that are only happening now. All right, my friends. So how are we doing? Are we good? I'll have this repeat. And all right. So this has been great. So nice. I spoke to you guys and gave you guys motivation. You know, a lot of times I'll end with this. What hurts me the most when I speak to someone, the hardest thing for me is when I see how much they want to change and when I see how much they want this and they don't have support of the people around them. Now, some people are supportive. Blessings. Some people around them are supportive. But what hurts me the most is when there's no support. And that's why, thank God, I say, well, I'm here. I'll remind you every day. I'll support you. I won't give up on you. I'm here for you. And that's the worst for me. So I would say in that situation, continue juicing, continue on your mission. How do we change their mind? We can't push this on anyone. We can't force them. I've not done this long enough. You know what we do? We lead by example. We get up at 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning. We make our juice or whatever time you want to wake up. We go on a walk. We make our smoothie. We add our salad to the day. That's what we do. And guess what happens? The magic unfolds. You start feeling better. They see it. You don't have to push this on them. And little by little, that's the hope that I pray for. I say they'll see the light, and I pray for the family and the friends. I hope they'll see the light. But you know, I don't like when they pressure you all. It's like, oh, it's not that like I don't like it. Of course I don't like it, but it sucks. I'm like, oh, bummer, because I know that when there's a family member, a spouse, or a friend that supports it, the person can actually move forward more easily. But when it's pressures or the household, something's off, it puts a little bit more heaviness. But I'll tell you, when you have the will to do it, nothing will stop you. So I'm going to finish with this. No matter what around you, who around you, when you have the will to make it happen, nothing and nobody will stop you. I was down to my knees, waking up at 5 in the morning, juicing every day. I was a chef cooking 2 meals a day. And I juiced and I never ate food. So you can't tell me it's hard. I know what it is to want it. When you really want it, you will do it. I see it all the time from people who didn't think they could to now 3 weeks later, they're healed, literally changed their life. And now they can go on vacation, and now they can live the life they want with their family and their kids because they cleanse their body. Cleanse your body, and then your body heals itself, right? So it happens. So if that's you, you are going to have that will and the passion. And guess what? Who's with you? Jesus is with you. You're not alone. You and the Lord and spirit and love and the will you have. You're not alone. With or without me, I'm going to be here with you, sending emails all year. You know, I'll have fun stuff going on. You can count on me. I love you all. I care about my email list. When people want to, I'm very careful who I have on my email list, like people who come on as guests. I'm very protective of you all. I don't just have anyone on. I've been asked to work with this person. I've been asked, can I come on? No, because I want the best for you. I protect my audience. I love you all. I care about you. So it's got to be aligned. It's got to be aligned. And if it's not aligned, I won't support it. All right. So much love. I hope this was helpful. I'm going to do a replay of this. I'm going to send it out again. So if you're ready, take on this opportunity, y'all. Take on this opportunity. It's only $1,500 for 3 months, which was $3,000. I'm there every week, dialing in and every day on WhatsApp with you. I'm going to coach you Don't do this alone if you're not sure. If you feel good to do it on your own, hallelujah, God bless you. I want you to. I want you to. I want you to. But if you want that help, because that support really helps when you don't know where to start, I will fill in the gaps. I will walk you through it and you will win. And I'm committed to you. I am committed to you. Much love. I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow we have a guest, Ann Osborne. If you all know her, Ann Osborne is, oh, there's the breakthrough call. Yep. And then I'll give you the link. Ann Osborne is here tomorrow. And you know, Ann Osborne, I'm going to give you a little intro of Ann, why I love her. So Ann is a fruitarian. And I'm in awe with her. I think it's amazing. You know, I'm mostly fruit. I eat like mostly fruit. When I say mostly fruit, I feel like it's mostly fruit, but a lot of fat and protein, like my nuts and seeds, right? I love my almond butter and all that. Not when we're healing, when we're juicing, when we're cleansing. We don't do this nut and butter protein stuff. No, my friends, that comes after. Just don't get, I don't want to confuse you. Okay, so first let's heal, cleanse. Then we can talk about these things that we're going to get into. But when we need to cleanse, we're detoxing. Anyways, tomorrow Ann is coming on, fruitarian. She's such a light. She's going to light up the room. Her essence is just, I say you're the queen of fruit. And she has a garden. She grows her own fruit. And her children are fruitarians. She grew up, you know, all fruits. She healed herself. She did a juice cleanse of only fresh orange juice because she has an orange orchid, just all oranges. And she did juicing for 40 days on orange juice. I said, that's incredible. That's a lot of vitamin C. What, so much sunshine energy. She said, Janet, it changed my life. So let's talk to her about that tomorrow. We're going to talk to Ann. And she's here tomorrow to bless us all with her love and her light and inspiration and motivation. Much love. I'll see you tomorrow. Blessings. If you have any questions or anything at all, let me know. I'm taking 5 people for the transformation of 3 months to work with me one-on-one. I'm coaching you till the end. And if you want to stay longer because you just love the energy so much and you love the vibe, you know, we can work together on something after that. All right, everybody, blessings. Have a nice day. Continue with your juice challenge. We're doing a challenge all raw. Lemon water, juice, smoothies. That's it for 2 days. No dinner after 6. I want you to report back to me. Let me know how that goes. Bye, friends. All right, we're going to end this now. All right. If you have anything else to say, I think we're good, right? You guys pretty much... I believe everything you say. I'm worried about the losing muscle. Oh, Jacqueline, got you. So when it comes to losing muscle, when you're cleansing, you're having enough minerals from the juice. The problem is people do it wrong, a juice fast. This is why I'm here. So if you drink enough juice with the right juice, you're not losing muscle mass. You're losing waste. So if you see that you're losing pounds, it's the waste. So people lose weight because they're losing a lot of fecal matter, and that fecal matter weighs pounds and pounds and pounds. We drink enough calories, and the problem with this is people go wrong. They don't drink enough juice. They don't drink enough calories. So for me, being very thin, I've been able to build my muscle. Believe it or not, I've been doing Pilates. Believe it or not, Pilates. As a thin girl, I'm a thin girl, but you build better muscle after. You build healthier muscle when you detox. Right now, the cells have buildup and plaque, okay? Buildup and plaque. When you detox your cells and you rebuild again the proteins and the amino acids, you get back into food again, your muscle is leaner, it's stronger, it looks more healthy. We need to detox the muscles as well from these undigested proteins. So, Jacqueline, you can set up a call with me. I just put the link right under that message, and we can talk about that. So, drink enough juice, focus on the green juice, get those minerals in, amino acids, and you're going to be just fine. And then we'll cater a juice like either carrot juice that has a lot of calories, which I recommend in my protocol, but that's not a problem. If anything, we want to do a cleanse. If you've never done a cleanse, Jacqueline, I highly recommend it. Just detox, cleanse the body, cleanse the cells, cleanse the colon, remove pounds and pounds of waste, and your muscle will be back better than ever and beautiful and lean. And what I notice is you build muscle quicker. So now when I go to Pilates, within 3 sessions, I'm building my muscle. I know it's getting there. I know it doesn't seem like it, but it's getting there. I got to keep going. I'm a thin girl, but the muscle's there. So that should not stop us. Don't worry about that. We'll get you enough calories in the greens, in the carrot juice. You drinking enough 6 juices, you're fine. You know the problem with people doing these fasts? They don't drink enough juice. So I say, people that don't have a good experience on this, they drink 3 juices. I mean, you can hurt yourself, right? But it's do we do a fast, juice fast, or are we worried about the muscle? What's gonna heal us? What's gonna benefit our life so that we prevent disease and live a long life of energy and cleanse the colon, which causes the heart? It's the heart of disease. We got to do that cleanse at all cost. At all cost. Our life depends on cleansing. Our life depends not just on cleansing, not only our life, our energy at 90, 80, 70. Look at Gabriel Cousens, my guest, in their 80s dancing. He cleanses. We cleanse and we rebuild. And then food is there always, but we need to cleanse. That's the foundation, right? So our life depends on, are we going to cleanse to revamp, renew our cells and our energy? Or are we never going to cleanse and stay low energy? The difference is a person who cleansed and who continues yearly to do these like 3-day juicing, maybe 3 days, or like just watermelon for 3, cleansing as a part of their life. It's a foundation, as opposed to someone who never does. Your energy, it's a 10 to a 3 to a 2. So let's live up here. Let's live our fullest potential. We cleanse and we rebuild. And now me, I have my yogurts with my almond butter. Like, life is good. I had a curry the other day. I'm enjoying it. But I cleansed here and I do this and I cleanse and I cleanse. And then next month I'm going to, in April, I'm going to do 7 days of only juice. So I'm always making sure that my my colon and my gut is light. I never want to get backed up. If you can live with that, if you can live this way, my friends, where you're always keeping up with your colon health, you're chilling, you're fine. But if you let that colon get backed up and infested with parasites and mold and infections and yeast, cancer causing, right? Candida, parasites. If we let that's an acidic environment. Well, cancer lives in an acidic environment. But if we keep up, and we're doing, in May, I'm going to do 3 days. I'm going to do my first 40-day. And then in July, I'll probably do 3 days of green juice. And then in August, maybe I'll do 7 days. That's the secret. That's it. We're always keeping up. And so then you go back, you're going to make better choices. You're going to have the food. You're going to enjoy it. But you cleansed. You detoxed. And so now we can live this way, right? We can be in balance and harmony. And then you'll be so connected to your body. You'll know, is it time to go? Is it time? For me, I feel good right now. But I would say in like 3 weeks, I'm going to do 7 days of only green juice and maybe some OJ. So that's how we keep up. We're always doing these little cleanses. But I do recommend one full-on cleanse, deep cleanse. All right. Much love. Bye, everyone. I hope this was helpful. Bye. Thanks, Jacqueline. Thank you, Russ. Bye, everyone. Oh, I think you are on still here. Did I end this? Bye, everyone.